Ahoy, scaly wags of the Gauche. Welcome to the Gauche. How's everybody doing this Friday evening as we come together for another voyage on the ship of the Gauche? So, let's get this voyage started, shall we? Well, first of all, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It does help us grow. And of course, you can be a part of the crew as well. It's free. Come aboard. All right, so with that said, we also have a link tree. Don't forget to check it out. We have a Telegram community in that link tree. Click on that there link in the tree that there's a link to. Anywho, we're going to be talking about the event this weekend in Tampa, Florida called GASPARILLA. That is why you see me before thee, dressed up in this pirate garb. And also, we have a very special guest, also in complete pirate garb. We'll introduce that person in just a moment. So, we got a little topic to discuss about insulin tonight. Little epidemic issue that has been on the news here recently. So we're going to talk about that as well. And we're going to have, of course, the Gauche Games. Right after this here intro, we'll see you on the other side. And here we are with my special guest, the one and only Gina, my first mate.
Ahoy! Yes, we are excited and ready for Gasparilla, the day parade tomorrow. Going down the bay and getting all the beads.
Yes, the beads. The beads that you see are Pirate Garb.
Treasure.
The treasure that is draped all over our necks that weighs about 20 pounds. So, you wonder, what is this that's draped around our neck that you ask for those that are inquiring of the minds that are choired in the choir? We're not singing any.
Sing it.
Anything. We're singing about gold. Do we have any melodies? Anywho, so we go to the event. It's kind of like the New Orleans. What do they call that? New
Mardi
Orleans?
Gras.
A Mardi Gras. The Gras of the Marty, and it's Mighty Marty, but in Tampa. So we get beads tossed. The bigger they are, the bigger the status. So
The bigger the better.
the bigger the better. You will probably glance on Gina's garb with something that looks a little pink. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
actually is the
Hot item.
hottest item to get in a parade of beads.
If you get the big pink beads, then that's high importance for some reason. I'm not even a pink fan. Like, I don't know, that girly pink and stuff. But yeah, I like that this one's at least hot pink too. So yeah, if you get hot pink, and then sometimes I'll have the lighter pink, which is even more rare. So
It's like the pearly pink. The pearly pink.
And girls will do different things for them too, which I won't. But yeah, that even happens just to get the nice big beads. So, and then if you get, they have even ones that are more unique that may have the year on it, something engraved. I didn't grab a couple of those, but I have been lucky to get a couple. And yeah, you just never know. It's like you're cheering this parade on, screaming and yelling, and what can you do to convince the different crews to want to toss you a bead, or they'll be nice and actually put it on you. So it's a weird, fun, exciting thing that we do. Or like if you do something like have a parrot that's unique. Then it might grab their attention that way.
It's excited. It likes to pop up from time to time and say hello.
Ahoy, Cheryl.
Calm down there, parrot.
Pirate!
Ahoy! Oh my goodness.
So has anybody ever done the Mardi Gras? Because yeah, that's very similar to what this is.
Very similar. If you've had a plethora of beads thrown, they do things a little differently in the Mardi Gras parades on how you or what you have to do to acquire them. A little different with the Gasparilla parade. Not by a whole lot, but they have 3 parades, right? So the first parade is the children's parade, which happened a week ago. The second parade is the day parade, which is the one we're about to attend tomorrow, and hopefully we'll even get that live for you guys. So we're going to work on getting that done. And there is the night parade, which is like the adult of adults boat parade.
Yeah.
Down 7th Avenue of
Ybor City.
Ybor City. within Tampa.
Yeah, that's the even crazier one.
Yes, that would be the most comparable, I would have to say, to
Mardi
the
Gras.
New Orleans Mardi Gras. If you want to talk crazy, that's crazy, but fun. We'll try to hit that one up too and showcase what that looks like. Could be fun. I just hope we don't get brought down or suspended on YouTube just for showing it.
And we hope that the service works out there, because it's right in the bay too.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I'm a little worried about. But
like, as far as how they design the towers down there, I don't know if it's I'm hoping they have enough towers. And there's so many people that show up, so I think the traffic too, like the signals, the phone, like you're trying to find somebody in this crowd, and today's technology, we use our phones to find each other, and there's been times where we still can't find each other because there's the signal delay, because everybody's using their phones in that same spot, and then it's all water on one side and then land on the other side. So yeah, I think
the cell phone towers are going towering mad with all this rubbish of signals.
Oh no, we're home. We're in Florida.
We are in Tampa, Florida.
Yep.
Yep. We came back from
Puerto Rico.
Just not too far away from the Caribbean.
That was for Christmas.
Yep, we still have a lot of video content to put out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. We had a lot going on here this past week and a half too, so it's been really difficult to get things going. I've been, especially next week too, I'll be working a lot. Got some bills to pay, so you may not see me on the Wednesdays, at least not right away. But we will continue as much as we can the Friday nights and the Saturday lunch rush. I will literally be probably working 60 plus hours next week, starting next week. So it's gonna be a little tiring, but gotta pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
If I can just plunder some gold and win a lottery ticket,
Yes.
we'll be in good shape.
And share the treasure.
Arr, almighty. So let's go ahead and talk about our first topic today, which is insulin. This one's actually kind of a passionate topic that we both have been wanting to talk about since last week.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of switch gears for just a second. And it says here, according to CNBC, new weight loss drugs trending with billionaires and celebrities are about to enter more American homes based on this weight loss wave, right? But they're using insulin to do it, which means the epidemic of not as much insulin on the shelves is a result of this whole wave of weight loss because the insulin drug is being taken off the shelf. So, Gina, do you have any insight that you would like to share about it?
So, this particular one, I'm glad that it's used for type 2. And even if it was used for type 1, this is one of the insulins that I can't take because of the conflict. They say if you have a history of thyroid cancer, then don't take this, or any thyroid issues, don't take that insulin. So in that way, it's good that I'm not prescribed the Ozempic. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And yeah, they have a catchy commercial and everything too. So
they do.
But it is sad for those that need it, that depend on it. They depend on it because they don't have the pancreas to produce the proper insulin. So I'm definitely have experienced that and just this week, because there was a delay in getting my like sensor, and which I'm covering them up with the decor tonight, but with my sensors, there you could kind of see it. It wants to fade out. And I get the Fios insulin that pumps into me, but when they couldn't supply it, there was no communication, so I wasn't getting a steady insulin drip that my body needs. So my sugar numbers were rising up and variations and stuff, and which they can be very irregular in the first place, but it was, even worse. So for those that do need the other insulin and, their pharmacy can't fill it, what do? You can't stop eating. You have to eat to survive. So what are these people doing? And it's sad that people that need it aren't getting it because people want a shortcut to losing weight. So
that makes no sense. Why? I mean, I see the reasoning.
So you feel me,
it.
Cheryl?
I mean, it's really weird that you need insulin for weight loss, right? Stick to your normal exercise goals. Stick to your normal, what should be a proper diet. And I know a lot of us in this country are struggling with that one. Country of the U.S., in case anybody wants to know. But this is a form of an epidemic because it was created by this new demand of this drug, of insulin, Ozempic, because it's such a weight loss wave, the weight loss wave rave, I guess we could say. But it's kind of crazy that we're seeing a lot more of this actually happening, and it's much more difficult to find insulin on the shelves with your pharmacies, especially for the ones that need this medication. I watched Gina go through just the need for it, right? The need for the insulin, and I can't imagine being without it. I mean, she's what you would call she's type 2 but brittle.
No, they'd say type 1 now, even though it was diagnosed just a few years ago. And at first they said type 2.
Oh, this is news to me. So actually, sorry.
Oh, I even lose track. But now they're considering somehow, even though all my labs all my life have never showed anything like it, any signs of diabetes, but they're classifying it as type 1, so something still genetic. And yeah, as you were explaining, it's brittle because it fluctuates so much. It's so uncontrollable. Of course, we have our theories that it was still a good chance medically induced by steroids, but yeah, they don't want to hear that. So
no, they don't.
And yes, Cheryl, it's definitely harder to eat healthy on a tight budget.
Yes.
And that's another crazy part of the system.
Healthy is expensive.
Yeah.
You got to pay twice as much just to eat some green leaves. Might as well grow your own cabbage patch in your backyard,
Hey, Shelly.
What's up, guys? Shelly, good to see you guys. Shelly, Cheryl, and Mara, good to see you all in chat there. So yes, we find this as a kind of a passionate topic because, and I like how you're kind of segueing into the whole diet side of things with the food. Food is the food that you take in is obviously important to your body because you are what you eat. Literally, your body is it consumes, but it absorbs everything that you eat, right? So, but you want to eat as healthy as you can. But the thing is, you either get the cheaper stuff, which is processed, all the chemicals that are induced in the foods that are available today on the shelves, and then Lord knows there's so many reports of things down the road. God forbid that anybody has any medical issues from that. But if you don't want all those extra things, and if you want it to be healthy and pure off the shelf, they call it organic for the most part. You got to pay twice as much, just about, and that puts a hole in the pocket.
Yep.
So
I thought it was interesting that eating a lot more fried food while we were in Puerto Rico seemed to help my processing.
Yeah, but the interesting part is that most of that food was actually kind of homemade in a way. There were some store-bought things that are integrated, but some of the food comes from right, Puerto Rico. There's just all processed.
I think I'm starting to think that's
has that changed?
That's changed when there is a Walmart 10 minutes away.
Oh man,
and
that's true.
And it was constantly full of people, so that whole, well, there's more fresh, farm fresh animal food, and it's not as processed, and I don't completely buy that part anymore. And so no, I think it was because it was fried, even though they say stay away from fried food and frying, all those oils aren't good for you. Personally, in ways it actually helped me that when we were there. I noticed the difference as soon as we got back. So yeah, it's crazy, but there are a lot of things that are backwards about me. So what do you say?
Go figure.
I fall in that 1%. Too many times.
I've witnessed this, ladies and gentlemen. And
like 99% of the time.
We.
Okay. It's true.
It is true.
Like when you have those commercials that say all the may cause, and they got like 20 things that they have to blurt out in 2 seconds. Yeah, I've fallen in those categories. He made sure he proposed on Leap Day to make it unique in that, 1%. So, and it happened to be around Gasparilla time. But
go figure. Well, Shelly says she uses an air fryer, and I find that actually is something that's becoming more popular. I don't know if it's because it avoids the grease, and maybe it's a little bit better for you. I don't know. Help us elaborate a little bit on that. What do you know about it? Like, how good is an air fryer?
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it, and they're real good. It comes out just as good as if you were to fry it, from what I hear. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Shelly says it's way better.
Yeah. And, but I need the grease.
She needs the meat on the bones. And the crispy.
Like,
the crispiness.
I do try, because one of the, like, less than keto diets, it asks for a lot of bacon, and using bacon grease, kind of like old school, like grandma, great grandma would do. And so I do still use some of the bacon grease when cooking.
Oh yes, bacon grease.
So that may help some, but yeah, we do need to invest in one of those air fryers.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. It's kind of expensive, but once you do get it, my understanding is that it's really good. Cheryl says coconut oil.
Yeah, use coconut oil. Yeah,
those
two. I've used coconut oil and avocado oil. I still got a big jar of coconut oil. I'm running low on the avocado, so yeah, I used that. I used that this week with the stir fry
Yeah,
that I did.
I used to use extra virgin olive oil as well, which is an option.
And then
yeah.
And butter, I'm actually not a big fan of butter, so like, putting it on your toast and stuff like that, I don't really do that a whole lot. So yeah, I'd rather go with the oils.
Yeah, they come in like anywhere between $50 to $100 from what I've seen on Amazon. The air fryers, you can get a small one if you don't like do big meals. I've seen those, and I've seen the big ones obviously as well. So those cost a pretty penny. But I don't know if you could do some acapullas in an air fryer. Boy, that was like tell them
the
what
top
acapulli is.
The top Puerto Rican dish, and I guess you could say, well, if you know what pateles are, it's similar to that, but frying the pateles instead of boiling them. But yeah, they still stuff them with like corned beef, or some of them are stuffed with other ground meat and stuff. But yeah, the corned beef ones are the best, and it's a couple different root vegetables that you blend and mix together. So yeah, those were delicious, and I'm going to try to attempt to make them hopefully soon. I needed hubby's help to peel and chop it all up, so it's chopped up now. It just has to be like shredded, blended, and everything.
Think of processed. A potato, a normal potato, but magnify that by 100. That is the kind of, I'm just gonna say it looked like a giant potato.
Oh, the vegetable, yeah. That you had to shred up.
I had to peel in the sink, and it barely fit in the sink, right? So I'm like, potato peeler. So 2 hours later.
Less than 2 hours.
The whole process probably took about 2 hours, chopping it up and getting it bagged and all that. But it was what do they call that? It was it starts with an M. Malanga, or something like that. Malanga. It's a root, and kind of like a potato, but it's apparently a part of that very popular dish in Puerto Rico. So I put it in these like little cubes. I was kind of tempted to see, what if we deep fry this thing? Does it taste like French fries?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Blendtec is a good blender.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like an exercise within an exercise. You don't need to go to the gym after peeling and cutting one of those malangas. Let me tell you. So.
Yeah, I do like sweet potato fries.
Oh yes, sweet potato fries.
I baked a sweet potato earlier, but yeah, sweet potato fries are anything fried is better. Tastes better. It's just it may not be good. They say it's not healthy for you, but anything fried tastes better. You go to carnivals and everything's fried. The Twinkies are fried.
If it tastes too good, then it's too good to be true. As far as good for you. But it doesn't hurt to have it from, time to time.
Nope.
So, a question for you. Why did the tomato turn red?
Why did the tomato turn red? I don't know. I like fried green tomatoes. Actually, I bake those. I don't fry them, and they come out good.
Yes, they do. Oh my God, I've actually had them. Fantastic. Well, anyways, the answer is because it's all the salad dressing.
Yeah.
But
where's the crickets?
I know, right? Well, why did the carrots go to the party?
Why did the carrot go to the party? I'm reading Shelley's answer. That's funny.
Because it was rooting for a good time.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, that might be crickets too.
That's a definite cricket moment, yep. Oh, Lord.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't pull any pirate ones out.
What? How can I miss some good old zingers about pirates? Well, first of all, why did the pirate cross the road?
Why did the pirate cross the road?
Yes.
He wasn't used to land. He's a pirate. He's on the water a lot of time. I don't know. He wasn't used to land.
Because that is where he was shipped.
Okay, I might give you laughs for that one.
Let's see. I had some notes here for some good zingers. Let me see if I can find another one.
There was one. Oh, I'm gonna find it.
Man, these are dry. These are so dry. Like, if you want sandpaper, it's drier than that. I gotta get to my other notes. I don't want to disappoint you, Gauchers. Got something in here.
No, I got one. I guess along the lines of the insulin and what have you, the medical side.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, it's a knock knock.
Well, all right, here we go.
So knock knock.
What do you say there, chat? Who's there?
HIPAA.
Cheryl says, who's there? HIPAA who?
I'm sorry, I'm not authorized to release that information. Thanks to my friend. She sent that one to me. I don't know, a couple weeks back.
Oh, wow.
And yay. Aw, I got crickets for that one.
Zaiden's mighty crickets.
Hey, I got laughs.
Invades the
Thanks,
chat.
guys. Thanks for the laughs.
That's actually kind of good. Well, how do pirates know that they are pirates?
How do pirates know that they are pirates?
Yeah. How do they know that they are pirates?
I don't know.
Well, they think, therefore they are. Let's see. Let's see what is floating on the sea of Zengas. That's so dry. That's so dry.
Yeah.
There's so many dry
You
ones.
guys got it.
Oh, here's one that's should be right up the alley of a pirate. What's the difference between a hungry pirate and a drunken pirate?
What's the difference between a hungry pirate and a drunken pirate?
Correct. What is the difference
The
between
difference.
the hungry pirate and a drunken pirate.
I don't know. Hungover.
Both hungry and hungover. It makes perfect sense, actually.
That's where, yeah, my head was kind of going.
His treasures. Well, one has a rumbling tummy and the other's a tumbling rummy. Tumbling rum. Good.
I like the hungover and hungry
I know.
better. Arr.
Man, I have to agree. That was so dry. Ugh. And of course, what this one I read before, but what does a dyslexic pirate say?
Arr. Arr.
Meh. The answer is rah.
I said rar.
Rrr.
Raw. That was pretty raw and dry.
Let's see. This one might be a dry, funny one. Let's see. What lies at the bottom of the ocean and twitches?
Starfish.
Ha ha! It's a nervous wreck. Get it? It's a wreck at the bottom of the ocean that's nervous. Twitches.
Yeah, crickets.
What are you doing up here, Parrot?
Crickets for that one. Who's a SpongeBob fan?
Even the parrot is shaking its head at me. Let's see. Do we have any others? I'll do one more, and then we'll segue back on track on the correct course. Pull the old compass back out.
Am I the navigator?
Perhaps. Okay, so how do you turn a pirate furious?
How do you turn a pirate furious?
It's kind of a grammar joke. That's your clue.
Yeah, anybody in chat? I don't know.
How do ye turn a pirate furious? The hint is...
Cheryl says, take away his ship or treasures.
You're on the right path.
Curious. I don't know.
Take away the P in pirate. What do you get?
Irate.
This is so terrible. This is so terrible. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It's so good. It hurts. All right, one more. How do pirates prefer to communicate? And then we will move on.
How do pirates prefer to communicate?
Yes.
By the sea? By seeing. I don't know.
All logical, of course. The answer is eye to eye. Aye.
See how I was
You were pretty close.
close.
That was pretty close. And the pirate's favorite type of exercise is planks. That concludes my zingers for this episode.
Okay, you'll get last for that one.
Had to finish with a good one. That was just terrible. So terrible. So we talked about the cost of food, insulin, and all that. Very sensitive topic, actually. So we hope that they find a different route for their ways of weight loss. I mean, it all started with your celebrities and your
they're
rich folk.
saying, like, you know, people getting ready for the different award shows and stuff to fit into those dresses, Kardashians, and other people that used it supposedly. And then there's a shortage for for people that need it. Like that, actually, one of the other shortages when COVID hit was a medication that I am prescribed, and I knew a lot of other people with lupus or the autoimmune conditions that took Plaquenil. And when COVID first came out, they, you know, were using that to help patients, thinking that that would work. And I don't know if it really worked or what, but because they were using that for so many other COVID diagnoses, there was a lot of people that I knew that couldn't get their medication and made their immune system go into flares and, you know, serious issues and stuff. So it's sad, the people that really need it and can't get it. And that's what's going on now with this insulin. And yeah, it's just like, come on, people, think about people's lives. If someone's life depends on it, I mean, of course, I believe in miracles. I still have my faith there, but I also believe that God gives us the knowledge to create these remedies, these things to help and assist such medications. So yeah, if it's helping someone's health,
we have a brain, we should use it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's common sense, book smart, and then there's just greed.
Yeah. And then what I would hate too is if these people are using it to lose a few pounds and it throws off their whole body because they stopped taking it because they only wanted to take it to lose those, 10, 15 pounds. They stop taking it, and then their body becomes more dependent on it. Then what do? You're hurting your own body, or, if you gain that weight right back.
And that's what
because you don't stay on it. So
and it's even worse.
It would make it worse instead of better. Like, I would think more people would continue to put on more weight and irregulate their sugars and stuff. So, but hey, that's what people are choosing.
It's like the latest craze, like celebrities and rich people have nothing better to do but to invest into weird ways of hacking themselves, whether it's taking a drug or something that doesn't really help them in the long run. But what it does is it takes the medication away from those that actually need it. That's what drives me bat crazy, and where I would like to see them walk the plank for that one. But it really is annoying. It really is, because you see the news saying, "Oh, this is a brand new thing, and it's a new wave crave that all these celebrities are doing, and it's on the news as a praised way to lose weight, and that just drives us crazy." Like, really? How can you sit there and broadcast this as a good thing? And you just, and of course I saw the news saying, okay, well, there's the flip side. And then CNBC here is actually one of the news networks that actually went into this a little deeper. And I appreciate that. And this needs to be told where, bluntly, look for another way to lose weight other than taking medication away from those that need it. Period.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yep. And or what happens also, because you know, you guys are mentioning about insurance and costs and stuff. What could happen is greed there too. So the pharmaceutical says, "Oh, we got a hot item. Look at Viagra. It wasn't originally created for what it's used for now." And the cost of that, I'm sure, became crazy and the hot ticket item. So now, yeah, you're going to have people that, depending on their insurance coverage, their financial situation, and they need that insulin, and they can't get it because they're going to jump the price up, because they're going to say, "Oh, now we can use this for weight loss now too. So we can even put it in another category and patent it that way. So we can charge it as though it's this even newer drug and rocket the price." And that part is another part that's just scary, because then those that depend on it won't be able to get it.
See, I agree with you. And we talk about this, and Loopy Miracle's got her channel. Gina has got her channel called Loopy Miracle, at Loopy Miracle on YouTube. Put that and switch it backwards twice and see what happens. We're going to be talking a lot more about those medical topics on her channel, which she's going to start up here real quick, getting some lives. She's only about 8 subscribers away from being able to do a live on herself.
Yeah, so share that one too.
Definitely want to, encourage you guys to subscribe to her channel, where all these important topics are going to be discussed. So we're really looking forward to watching that channel bloom, and so you guys can have a really good, passionate discussion based on her testimony and some of these things that really are relatable to, especially the medical side of things. So looking forward to that for sure. Let me go ahead and share this into chat if you haven't been there already. And she already shared it.
Yeah.
So good job. All right. But yeah, going back to the topic at hand. Really, this is something that needs to be focused on. The cost going up, for one, is an issue. And now, of course, there's an act that just got, or a bill that's being pushed into legislature, however you want to say that, to cap the cost for insulin, I think at $35 or something like that. Of course, that hasn't passed yet, so we don't know if it will, but my understanding is there's been some agreement on both sides of the aisle.
You wonder, they'll pay the politicians enough to...
Pharmaceuticals, man, I tell you, that's another thing that's frustrating. There's a lot of money in pharmaceuticals. The biggest money is pharmaceuticals, Wall Street, and big corporations. So the problem there is, where's the power and control at, really? Especially when it comes to cost. Yeah, Cheryl, exactly. $35. It actually is more in some situations than $35. But if you don't have the insurance, how in the world are you going to be able to pay for your own insulin? Especially if you can't afford it, right? So the affordability side of things is another part of that epidemic, in my opinion. So it's, again, people in need of insulin to survive. It's like one of the main things that people need. And we have, I don't know what the percentage is on ratio for how many people in the world that are diabetic, but there are a lot of them.
Yeah, and Cheryl's talking about a vial. So a vial is not going to get you through the whole month either. A vial, you still need several of those vials, depending on how much you use, what dose of the medication that you use. So multiply that.
Yeah. And I'm just showing a picture of what this is, an injector pre-filled pen. So think of that as a vial and a needle that does it all in one. So,
and then, or if you can't get the all-in-one or a pump, then and you can only get the vials, then you have to get the needles.
That's exactly right.
And some of that's covered, some of that's not covered, which is crazy. They'll cover the medication, but they'll see that as a supply. So some insurances won't even cover the supply to administer the medication.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. It really is. It's like a tug of war, right? So you want to try to avoid obesity and avoid being diabetic, but taking insulin to try to prevent that from happening is taking away from those that are diabetic. So it's like, okay, really what you should do is change your habits. Don't take away the medicine that belongs to those that actually need it.
Yeah. Yeah, Cheryl said she had to deal with it with the metformin, and it was working, and the pharmaceutical company decided to jack up the price, so insurance stopped covering it.
That is so frustrating. Insurance is another thing, right? So there are insurance. I mean, you could be covered under insurance, right? And some of these insurance companies actually won't cover it because the cost or generic would be available, or something else would be available. That's shifting regularly. Like I'll throw me an example here. I went 3 months without Adderall as part of my prescription I need because I have SCT, which is what you call a sluggish cognitive. I forgot what T means, but it's ADD, but the slow side, and I need a medication to be able to process. Like, think of it like this: I'm a 1985 IBM 8080 computer computing as fast as a Ford Pinto. So versus today, where you got all these high-tech i9 Intels, which are like the normal individuals that process information. I'm that much slower when it comes to processing, so I can't do the normal tasks as everybody else would. I need that medication in order to be at least somewhat close to normal. And I was unable to get it for 3 months because I found out it was also being used for dietitian reasons as well.
So is it like going from your updated, we'll say 2022 Windows, to like your Windows 95 or DOS?
Remember when you got a cup of coffee and you turn your computer on and you're waiting for your coffee to brew? Your coffee finally finished brewing, and then you hear the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's finally booted up. Yay! We can type something on a Word document.
That's probably similar to how it feels for you and how your brain processes.
Very similar. It's so weird.
Like how much it slows down.
And Gina can admit to it. Like, she had a very hard time understanding what that looks like for me. And that's one of the biggest issues I've had to deal with growing up because I was so different. And I mean, after experiencing, some of the things that I had to deal with, I call them freezers at time to time, where, my brain just kind of locks up like a computer does, and you have to restart it.
Yeah. Has to get rebooted.
Like that. The doctors will call that a panic attack. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is the drug has been introduced into the dietitian side of things as well. Now there is a national shortage of at least the generic form of Adderall, because Adderall itself went up so high in cost that if you want a 30-day supply of Adderall, let's just say 20 milligrams extended release, that would cost you $319 before tax for a 30-day supply. With insurance covering it, $260. You still have to pay over $260 just to get the brand Adderall. So that goes back to the insurance side of things. They'll cover things like your generic form of prescriptions a lot more so. And that kind of goes hand in hand with insulin. So when you have a market that somebody wants to use the same drug for something else that really it shouldn't be used for, we experience these things where a shortage of the drug you need. Not to mention the cost goes up. It's ridiculous. So it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I had to literally go through 7, 8 plus pharmacies just to see if I can get something in stock. And it took over almost 3 months, 2.5 months to actually find something. I had to get my doctor to change the prescription to something lower just because someone had something lower. You know, and of course then it was out. Then I go to this other one that has it in stock. It's like you're like in the Hunger Games. You're fighting for your drug. It's like an oxymoron. Like I want my drug so bad, but everybody's killing each other over it mentally.
Yeah, and Cheryl's saying the pens range from $1,000 to $1,200, and that's a 2 to 3 week supply. Yep.
Holy crap, Cheryl! That is wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. When I see my EOBs, thank God, there. The insurance benefits, and what they charged or what they paid. Yeah.
That is insane, man. I mean, is that without insurance, I wonder? Out of pocket cost, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Insurance, if you're not on Medicaid, for example, that's another thing. If you're not on Medicaid, and you're using like a subpar insurance, I mean, a lot of companies now that you're working for are actually kind of reducing the way your coverage works because you have to pay a higher deductible for a lot of different things now than you used to.
That's a whole nother topic too.
Oh boy.
As far as who qualifies for Medicaid and who qualifies for Medicare or Obamacare and
or Social Security disability, for example.
Yeah.
Wow, we're diving into a whole nother ocean of fish there.
That would be a whole nother topic, I think. A whole nother day.
We may do that on our next segment, actually. Or maybe
or on the Loopy Miracle.
On Loopy Miracle.
Yeah.
We plan on doing more lives with her. I may be at work, but I'm going to set her up so she can start doing some lives on her desktop. So you'll get more exclusive inclusion from Gina on the Loopy Miracle channel. Look forward to that one. All right, so let's go and switch gears.
Good that, you got coverage for Medicaid, Cheryl.
Amen, man. That's a tough one. I mean, I had to go through it myself, and I still didn't get approved yet. So, and I'm re-going through the process again. So.
Yeah, it varies on states and all of that.
States, what laws changed, because that changes, qualifications change, all that good stuff. So
I can go into that deeper, another time. We live in Florida.
Florida. That's another thing too. Just a real quick side point. Some people actually move to different states just so they can get qualified for certain medical things like Medicaid or Medicare. state-based things like Medicaid. But the thing is, you have to be living in that state for a certain period of time as well before you can even qualify, depending on the state. So I've talked to people that actually had done that, where they moved so they can get a better chance of being qualified.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when it comes to like
if your health
Social
depends
Security,
on it.
disability and stuff, yeah, sometimes the courthouses are more backed up in one state versus the other too. There's all different things, factors that play there. And I mean, I've had some people, friends I know that are like really do need the help, that have debilitating health issues, and some of them had to wait not just your average like 1 to 2 years, but it was like 6 or 7 years that it went back and forth. And those are the ones that really are in and out of the hospital, need the medical care and stuff. And some qualify and some don't. And I think one of the things that takes a lot of our budget here is because we have a lot of foreigners that make it to Florida. We're one of those states that experiences a lot of those, so that plays a factor too on the budget. And yeah, those are all topics that I could go into deeper on
right
another day. But
so
I just looked Texas has that similarity too.
Yeah. Florida did not expand their Medicaid program under the Affordable Care Act, known as the Obamacare.
I think they're actually trying to make cutbacks in some areas, but again, thank God. I've qualified for some of those.
In case anybody was curious about that in Florida, I'm just saying from what I just looked up, it looks like the state's governor, Ron DeSantis, and the Republican-controlled legislature had opposed the expansion, which would have provided health coverage to more low-income residents. But however, in 2021, the state legislature passed a bill to expand Medicaid under the ACA. And Ron DeSantis did actually sign it into law. Okay, so that's good. Expansion is expected to provide health coverage to an estimated 700 to 900,000 low-income adults in Florida. Well, there you go. There's your answer.
So that is good.
Yeah, that actually surprised me because DeSantis is one of those that wasn't exactly pro Medicaid for a while. So
yeah, he was trying to cut some areas, so that's good. That's a blessing to those that need it.
Yeah, that's huge. That's so huge. Yeah. Well, all right. No,
and then as far as, because Cheryl's saying, the cost of living. Oh yeah, it's
cost of living.
It's gone up here to extreme. So housing cost is pretty ridiculous here. So it amazes me how many people are still moving here because the cost is going up so much. But then I think what's happening is because we get a lot of New Yorkers, and the cost of living up in New York, of course, is way higher, but the pay's higher. Where down here in Florida, the pay hasn't matched up yet. So they're upping the cost of living, but they're not supplementing that with the average income for businesses down here. So we shall see what happens.
Well, as of January 2021, the median value of Florida households was $255,000, which was an increase of 60% in the last 10 years. That was as of 2021. We haven't went through the statistics of 2022 yet, which, from my understanding, that was a huge spike. And we got a bunch of people from like New York that moved down here as well. So, as Gina had mentioned.
Yeah.
Snowbirds is definitely one of them.
Yeah. We have the seasonal stayers, the snowbirds.
Yeah. So it really depends, kind of on the demographic, where it's at. Like Tampa, for example, Orlando, where are the more favorable places where people are moving. Believe it or not, a lot of the elderly community is coming down to a place called the Villages, which is a huge retirement city community, city/community. If you ever look up on the map, the Villages, this thing is getting close to the residency of Orlando. It's a big community. Excuse me. So it's really interesting to see that, like the dynamics of what, first of all, COVID did, but the cost of living, how it increases as more people come and move in. Honestly, you know, when you have a wave of people coming into a location, the cost will naturally go up there because the demand's high. All right, so that was actually kind of an interesting conversation. What do you say we change gears, Gina? Do you want to do some gauche gaming?
Sure, we can try.
I like how you said we'll try. If you don't like it, if you didn't like this video already, guys, hit that like button. Help us grow. I know there's seem to be not quite a few people out there online tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna have some fun anyway. We'll do one thing of Mad Libs. Well, I'm gonna let you guys choose, because we can have our AI develop a Mad Libs based on something like Piratey, or we can use the program Mad Libs program here to do a Mad Lib, which I actually have for you an entire book based on pirates alone for Mad Libs. I say we do the app and not AI this time, because it kind of gives us a little variety. It's not near as long as the other one. AI will tell you a whole novel of Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Like last week, I almost passed out because I had literally got dehydrated and didn't realize how long the story was, and I didn't drink enough water, so I had to lay down.
Yeah.
And drink water, and like, oh my god, my whole limbs and everything are numb. You can literally pass out from laughing if you don't drink enough water. I guess it's possible. So with that said, I'll go ahead and drop the link for you guys if you want to come in and have some fun doing this together. Let me go ahead and get that going here. And hook you guys up, because I would love to get you all included, as many as possible. And there she blows.
The AI version was fun, I have to admit.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
It was so creative with how it does things. We'll have to do another AI session, because that's fun to do. Like, ask it anything and it'll just blow your mind. I literally looked up about the whole median cost thing and all that stuff through this AI, and I compare notes a lot of the time. And like after tonight, I'll probably look it online just to make sure it's giving us correct info. And every time I've checked it, it's been correct. So it's really cool. All right, so there it is. If you guys want to come in, the water is warm.
So I will share with Cheryl.
Go ahead.
That, because you're asking, you mentioned that, you know, you would like to have a place of your own, and yeah, just claim it, because I was blessed to have the house that we have now. For the amount of time that I was able to work, the times that I'm able to work, versus you know, being dependent on the medical disability and stuff. Like, I was only able to save up so much, and it was always a dream of mine. I was the type at a very young age that, you know, just had those goals, yeah, to have, I don't know if you want to call it the white picket fence, but still to have those things, have your own home. Like, I remember being a kid and when we were going house hunting, as a kid, my parents, like, I enjoyed looking at these different homes, and one day, yeah, I'll be an adult and have my own place. And so when all the health issues continued as I grew up and got worse, it of course created more challenge. And wow, how will those dreams come true, to have your own place or have a husband and a spouse? Because at that time, we didn't know each other. And but it was due to, ironically, something medical that I got some funds from a settlement, and I was able to use that as the down payment to get a house. So only God knew that it would come about that way. I always kept my faith and praying, believing, okay, it's in your hands. I tried to budget or save up or work as much as I could, and yeah, I might have a little bit, definitely nowhere near to afford any type of down payment or what, and that's like enough to get by with and stuff. When you're going through those times of medical flare-ups and stuff. But no, God has always provided, and sometimes you don't know when, but He knows when. And just keep that faith, and you keep working and you keep striving. You don't, I definitely don't like being lazy. But yeah, it's miracles, some of the provisions that have been made, such as this house, this roof, this home.
Well, Cheryl has entered the room, so what's up, Cheryl?
Well, there you go. So you got to
guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not too loud or anything?
Perfect.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So yeah, take that to heart.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I looked at the it's like, it's not just houses here, but the land as well. Like, if you bought with the small living things that are, some are on wheels and some are not. And, I've thought about that. Like tiny homes.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, tiny homes. Those are so cute,
Yeah.
too.
I'm intrigued by the tiny
Yeah,
homes, to be
I've
honest
thought
with
about
you.
that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's
I
just
really
do
like
a
how they
tiny.
designed them. Like, you've seen some of these on the TV shows, and you've seen, like, that's some cool designs on some of these tiny homes.
Yep.
Like, how they make how they make the space so useful. Like, how that converts into other things. It's like, I turn into a kid sometimes. Like, you can do like hidden spaces, hidden things here. You can transform it into another room and do that. Like, that is some cool engineering.
The only problem I have is whenever they shortchange the upstairs, like, you can't stand up straight in the bedroom. I couldn't deal with that. My back would say,
Yeah, it's definitely like just to sleep, just space to sleep. So, but and some of it,
I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah,
that part.
Depending on,
like,
I guess, the clearance.
Yeah, just a foot or so taller.
Yeah,
and problem solved.
I've seen some of them where they have like a sitting arrangement or some sort of like living room where it actually turns into the bedroom. But it's so cool. It's like watching Transformers in the middle of this small tiny home. Turns into
it's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of places that are popping up. Different parts of the world, actually. There's one show, I want to say it's in New Zealand, and I forget the name of it, but there's one show on YouTube that's tiny homes, and they do some really cool stuff. And then there's a guy, I think in Australia, mainly Australia. I mean, I think he travels to other parts of the world, and people talk about how they had their tiny home built, or if they built it themselves, and their whole process. And like I've seen several of them where a couple started out building their tiny home, and then they started a business of building tiny homes for others. And
there's a place like in St. Pete, I think they build a lot of tiny homes. There's a place over there that's I guess constantly, like, there's a waiting list, I think, for the tiny homes right now.
Oh, I bet.
It's in a high demand right now, yeah. Especially down here in Florida. That's alternative methods of living, right? So it's so costly.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's like, is it cost effective?
Yeah. What I did see,
have the tiny home built, and then the land that you put it on, if you don't own it and you lease that land.
Yeah. I saw a couple months ago that they were getting some piece of property to put a bunch of tiny homes on, and I think it was for like veterans or, you know, particular categories, special needs, that they were gonna design this community just for them, which I thought that was great.
Yeah,
too.
I saw that. That was actually really cool.
Good to see that. Yeah.
Well, I've seen reports online, like the homeless problem that we have.
That's
an
increasing issue too.
Yeah.
Right, and that's not just here in the Pacific Northwest, but everywhere, and that it's really bad. And then just recently, somewhere on on I-5, Interstate 5. A couple has on an, you know, like near an entrance ramp, somehow they've stuck or built a tiny home there. So it's not even their property, you know.
Oh wow.
And
just
so
randomly build a house on them somewhere they don't.
Right. Well, you know, it's like, okay, these homeless people that are randomly putting tents up, you know, everywhere.
Yeah.
And you know, all that comes with that, the drugs, the trash.
That is the biggest issue, is the drugs, really.
Yes.
Down here, Florida's really bad with that among the homeless. But a lot of it's because that's their commerce. That's the way they earn their money. But the problem is that a lot of them actually use. Well, both are a problem, really. So, I mean, and it is unfortunate. It really is, because I've actually known a couple of people that, when I first moved down here, that was really good and handy, knew how to fix things, but lost both his feet because of, you know, meth and all this other drugs that they're using. And
wow.
And you can just tell, like, the skin, they had skin disorders, just the health alone went downhill. You know, it's like, you have a tough enough time to take care of yourself when you're homeless, and let alone trying to do this commerce-like act with drugs, and it's actually making you worse off. So it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate to see that among the homeless, for sure.
Absolutely.
Have you heard about
you know, not just that, but the kids.
Yeah.
Kids that are stuck.
They're learning this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really bothers me. When they learn this, they learn because just to survive, either they have to learn that commerce, they have to learn to steal, or, you know, get to that point where it's either me or you kind of mentality.
Right.
And a lot
well,
of
it's like, how do they afford it? How do they afford those drugs? And it's like they're choosing drugs over eating, over basically over everything. But,
over everything.
You know, first and foremost, to eat, you know, to buy food instead of buying drugs.
They're using it to invest into their next whatever, whether it's a form of their commerce or if it's fixed. So, and then another thing I learned too is you see a lot of these individuals that have homeless signs on the corner of like highway exits or
The intersections. Yeah.
Mhm.
I found out some of these are territorial, and they're ran by a group or a group leader, where it's like a ring of people that are working for the donations that give to. It's like they're being pimped out. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But I seen this up in Ohio. This is kind of how I learned it, where they will then be transported by this group leader to another area, and these individuals are legitimately homeless. So they'll get like a little dividend of what they work for when they get donations. Nowhere near the donations that they normally would get, right? But then the other side of the coin is some of them use it to get their fix or gamble, for example. But a majority of those, where you see them on the intersections, you'll usually see them in pairs. That's the strategy. If you know that you see them in pairs, like one on one corner and another part of that intersection on the opposite side, usually they're running in some sort of a group. And that sucks because you want to help them. And you know that the part of you is like, well, is it really going to go to helping that person, or is it going to something else? You know, and that really bothers my heart, man. Because some of them actually do need help. I mean, you can I mean, there was a family the other day I passed by a church that had 3 kids under a tree with a mother trying to, keep them wrangled in so they're not, going onto the street. That broke my heart. I'm like,
those kids didn't ask for that. I'm just surprised that it's shocking that CPS doesn't get involved with cases like that to get, to keep the innocent children off the streets.
So there's a two-sided coin with that as well, if you think about it. Let's just go with this is a mother that really wants to take care of her kids, and this is the only way they know how to. But yeah, you did draw a good point. Safety is important for the kids, but then those kids are taken away from their parents, as you all know. If the parents cannot provide and they're in a dangerous situation, they will take those kids away and put them into a foster system. And that's usually what happens. And that sucks for the kids because they grow up in a very unknown kind of bringing up, surrounding. Not all foster care is picture perfect.
Right.
And I've actually met some people when I was growing up in high school that were part of the foster system where the foster parent was actually part of a drug ring. And those
that just
were involved in the drug ring.
Away.
And that was what drives me nuts.
How they stay qualified to be foster parents.
That's another thing. And, man, did we just turn a corner and this thing sideways. But I'm passionate about kids. I am very passionate about kids. It's like you're catch-22 when it comes to CPS. So I've seen my good friend up in Ohio actually got called on twice. He's got like 7 kids, but he does well for himself. And it's just because the kids were having a yelling shout in the back while they're playing. What kid doesn't shout in the back flipping yard when they're playing sometimes? They don't always agree. It happens. So, of course, Child Protection Services comes over, sits them all down for like 2 to 3 hours, if I remember correctly, to investigate each child. To interrogate. Yeah. It's like, that is so terrible. That I don't necessarily disagree about child protection services being in place because it's needed in certain scenarios, right?
Right, and legitimate.
When it's legitimate, exactly.
Right.
But
it seems like a lot of times these days, people seriously abuse and take away CPS's function for children that genuinely need their services, their help to get out of a horrible situation.
Yeah, there are those. Absolutely.
Versus people that, whether it's neighbors that don't like the noise or, disgruntled friends or family, what I'm talking about, where they just,
they're using it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Wrongfully taken away, and then the ones that really need help don't get. Yeah.
Right.
It is frustrating,
because
and that's always going to be an ongoing.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's such, when you get caught up in something like that, say CPS reports you, or I'm sorry, somebody reports you, files a complaint with CPS, and then it's uprooting. It's an invasion of privacy. They want to come into your home, and it's got to pass the white glove test, and that kind of thing. I went to college recently with a girl that has a special needs daughter, and she didn't go into all the details, but she was telling me like she's got to get her place so like museum quality, we're talking.
Yeah.
And
that is a good point.
And that's what surprises me when then you have these other foster homes, like he
look
was saying, that are
near
dealers, so they don't
Right.
have their house anywhere near as neat and up to par, but somehow they qualify whenever it's time for renewals, and
I know it's
I don't
crazy.
get
It's
it.
like who makes this decision? Who placed God on who gets
Or
to
it's
be a
because-
foster parent
or they're
who
so
doesn't?
short-handed. Yeah, they're so
Right.
short-handed that they say, okay, we'll just keep you on as a foster parent because we have more kids than parents to watch them. But then, like, I know my brother and sister-in-law years back when they were looking into possibly becoming foster parents for a while, they were having to jump through all these hoops, and it was taking months and months, and they were having to change all these things about like making sure their home had these other safety things, and like it was a long list. And yeah, again, shocking, like, wow, you say you're in
like
such
even
need.
something simple as
Yeah.
screens on the windows.
Yeah.
Blocks I can
or your outlet
understand,
plugs
but-
and stuff, of course,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But then again,
just
you walk
silly
into
little
some,
things that don't matter.
yeah. And then you walk into another home and it's run down, and there's a hole in the floor or whatever, like, and they still qualify. So it's weird what goes on there, but
Oh no, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, my college friend, she told me it was a neighbor that called on her, and
yeah.
for it was like some stupid lame reason that it's just her and her daughter,
Yeah.
just like it's just me and my daughter, and I would be livid.
Yeah.
If
And
somebody
I used
did
to
that
have a couple
me.
friends that were like the caseworkers. They got their socials degree, and they were the ones that would go, check up on these foster kids and homes and stuff. And I mean, some of them put in long hours too. It wasn't easy, and it works on the heart a lot too, because you see the difference of the various families. But it's like you have situations like that where someone calls and reports somebody and it's really nothing, or like Zaiden was saying, that they spent several hours with his friends and their kids when it was just a typical kids, going at it a little bit. But because of those situations, then that puts, you know, a whole nother day's work on these caseworkers, and then they have to still find the time to help the kids and families that really need it.
Right. It takes away, and then come to find out there were, it was a bad, obviously they figured out that whoever made these decisions made a very bad decision, and they fell through the cracks. And so the boys were killed by their father.
Wow.
He basically had bombs or something set up in the house.
Goodness. Wow.
So, absolutely premeditated. And I just don't, I don't know what these people's credentials are. It's probably nowhere near what it should be, obviously. You don't know if it's just, kind of like, what do they say? Pardon the expression, a-holes and elbows. Everybody's got one, an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know what their credentials have to be. To me, they should be highly educated people to do this. It's kind of like the police when they have, special units that like talk a person out of, jumping off a bridge, or
the negotiator.
Right. And yes, absolutely. A negotiator, that they're highly trained individuals that specialize in this. And that's one of their main job focuses, So I question what credentials, these people need whenever they physically show up unannounced, want to talk to the child without the parent, want to talk to the parent without the child. And, this is one individual that's making hasty decisions, I guess you could say, on the spot, of whether this is the case is legitimate or not. So I don't know. It's a very fine line of right and wrong, I think. And
I 100% agree. And I mean, there's so much to navigate through on that, and every case is different. So every case, it depends on the situation. Really, it does. I mean, we got the types of families out there that need it, the foster system. There's some that get taken advantage of, which is unfortunate, and you got the the unfortunate side of it where the legal system works against you, especially if you are normally a responsible parent, but somehow the complaints work against you, and then all of a sudden you lose your kids. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's so much variety in the types of I would have to say the disorganizing, the organized mess that there is. But let's go ahead and change gears. This is going to be a topic that will probably take us all through the rest of the night. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our Gauche games. So let's get this party started, guys. Kind of a light night, so I'm not sure how many other people are out there watching, but I will drop this link one more time. So if you guys want to come in and join us, you absolutely can. The link is there. Once again, it is pinned also in the top of the chat. So as of right now, I did select one category within the Mad Libs here. There's quite a few of them. More than you need to know about pirates. I think that might be a funny one.
Missing treasures, pirate.
Like, I don't know what that is. Limericks.
Limericks?
What's a limerick?
I like the missing treasure.
I don't know.
The missing treasure.
And then there was pirate. What? What's the bottom one?
Pirate pets.
Pirate pets. I like
Job opportunity.
the history of pirate ladies. History of pirate lads.
Looking for buried treasure.
Looking for buried treasure.
Pirates and sea monsters. A pirate makeover.
Pirate makeover.
Sounds actually kind of fun. Pirate weapons. How to throw a pirate party.
Pirate party.
I might have to do that
A
one.
private pirate party. Private pirate party. Can you say that? Private pirate party. That's a tough one.
All right, so that sounds like a winner. Why not we just start with the private pirate
party. It's private.
All right, let's go ahead and kick it off with an adjective. Chat, if you're watching,
Who's on there in chat?
if you're
Throw in anybody to throw in any words.
we got our
Is
eyes
it
out
us?
there watching it.
They've been quiet for a while.
Right?
We might have AI give us some words.
Right.
So an adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. Adjectives are used to give more information about a person, place, or a thing or idea. For example, the red apple. Red is the adjective explaining the apple. Or the tall building. Tall being the adjective. Or happy.
I say private.
Private is. All right. Next one is a noun. Person, place, or thing.
Cabana.
A cabana.
Yeah.
Copacabana.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even spelling it right.
Oh, another noun.
Yes.
Okay, you're here, Cheryl. Another noun.
We got 9 concurrent watchers. I know there's more people out there.
Yeah.
Chat, let's hear it.
Come
Come
on.
on, chat.
Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach.
Sandy Rocky Beach.
Yep, works for me.
Sandy Rock.
Oh,
Rockin' Beach. Rocky Beach. Oh my god.
I like the Rockin'
Oops.
Beach.
Rockin' Beach? All right, let's
Yeah, there you go.
Sandy Rockin' Beach. Of course,
Rockin'
I
Beach.
deleted the Y.
Why?
Peg-legged
Whoa.
pirates.
Plural noun.
She said, yep, peg-legged pirates.
Peg leg pirated pirates. Adjective.
Adjective.
Drunken.
Hey. That does work.
Yep.
A plural noun.
Plural noun. Beads.
Squawky parrots.
I was thinking like when they would say an animal to use parrot, but yeah.
Squawking, talking parrots.
I like that. Squawking, talking.
Squawking, talking.
Parrots.
Parrot.
Why can't I spell parrots? How do you spell parrot?
Parrots.
OTS, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. I did not pass this.
Another plural noun.
Another plural noun.
Planks.
Beaks.
Wooden planks. I don't know.
I'm
Highways.
thinking Like
Highways and byways. Plural noun. Of pirate ships.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Pirate coves.
Coves?
Cove, Coves. You know, like say they're on the
Oh.
beach and
Hmm.
they're on an island and caves of
Yep.
I don't know.
Sure. Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
All right, we got an
And
adjective
another
up the bat.
adjective. Would like slippery.
Wooden, woody,
No, that would be-
slippery, slipper.
No, because that would. Oh.
When you say wooden,
Smooth.
I think of the peg legs.
Right, right.
Or slimy.
Slimy wooden teeth. Arr.
Slimy,
slimy,
sloppy.
sloppy, wooden.
Wooden.
That's your adjective.
There you go.
Oh, there's your noun. We could put teeth in there if you want.
There you go.
Adjective.
Adjective. Another adjective.
Silver and gold.
Those are nouns, but
Silver.
we can
No.
describe it. No, the
Like it
color.
be, yeah,
color.
color.
So it would still work. Golden, yeah.
Silver and golden. All right. Oh boy. Part of the body.
Eyeball. Patch.
But it has to be a part of the body.
Eyeball.
Eyeball.
Yeah.
Eyeball. Okay. Part of the body, plural.
Eyelashes. Lashing. Okay, there we go.
Noun.
Hook.
Book.
Book.
Hook. H-O-O-K.
Oh, hook.
Yeah. I think of Dustin Hoffman's, you know, The Hook.
Hooking book. A book
Captain
that you're
Hook.
hooked on.
Well, would it be Captain Hook? Could you say Captain Hook?
Or
One
a
of that.
book
Well, that.
about hook.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Up.
We
The
were
person
hooked
in the
with the
room.
book of hook. Uh-oh.
Pirate Zaiden.
Yep.
Oh, you always
you
gotta
this time.
call the pirate out. Okay. No,
You gotta
no,
put
no, no,
pirates.
no. That's Captain. Pirate.
Captain.
Zaiden.
Aye.
Ahoy. Known. We
Oh,
need a
Tammy said
noun.
me, but
Next
Well,
one we do,
Fred,
Tammy,
next
we're going to
time.
hook you up. If you get a noun, let it fly.
yep. Put some emoji.
Well, all right. Adjective.
A silly emoji.
It's the last word of this story.
Oh, it's the last word. Oh, wow.
Like satisfied. Well, that's just a feeling, so that doesn't work. It has to describe something.
Silly and
Oh, the feeling. What was this?
boisterous.
Boisterous?
Boisterous or boisterous?
Boisterous.
Boisterous.
Yeah.
Boisterous.
Pirates aren't exactly shy.
Boisterous.
Or at least that's not what we, how they're mostly portrayed.
Boisterously boisterous.
Now, do you have a pirate? Do you have a funny pirate voice in your computer?
Well, the best one I've got's right here.
There you go.
And,
Arr.
Arr.
I shall read aloud. Ahoy there.
Arr, matey.
Are you ready for this? This is how we throw a pirate party. Ha-ha! If you are looking for a private way to celebrate your next birthday, how about a pirate-themed costume party? Start by sending invitations in the form of buried Copacabana map.
Well, that's good because it'd be like a treasure hunt. Yeah.
With an X marking the location of your sand rock and beach. Hey.
Yeah.
It's actually making sense.
Yeah. Yay.
Arr.
Alrighty. Make a sign for the front door that reads...
I hooked it.
Ahoy. Ahoy, peg-leg pirated pirates. And fill the house with lots of drunken booty.
Oh, that fit. Perfect. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And booty wasn't even our way.
Yeah. It was the drunken that we put. It just fit.
Oh, that's too perfect. All right, here we go. Mom's silk, squawking talking parrots, satin highways and byways of pirate coves, and slimy, sloppy wooden costume jewelry for starters.
Beads. You know what? Some of them are. It's kind of yucky. Some of them are do get all wet,
my God.
wet, dirty, yucky, and when they're tossing them, you're like, "Thanks, but no thanks." Here, you can have this.
I'll pass.
You'll throw the bead right back out.
Like donation somewhere else. Yeah. Pass it along. Well, here we go. As your guests come aboard, tie a bandana around their teeth. That would be interesting.
Right.
Place a silver and golden patch over their eyeball. Makes sense.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
And
We got that one.
get some points.
Hey.
I think this is the first one we actually get points on.
Okay.
That makes sense. And give them fake tattoos for their arms and the lashing of their eyelashes. So your eyelashes get a tattoo, essentially, is what that means. That would be interesting as well.
Hey, they do tattoo eyeliner.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yes.
That's right.
I can't imagine. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Ow. Ow.
Repeatedly, yeah.
Right?
Arr, arr, arr.
Give him the hook.
Might be a little sharper than a hook, but hey.
Right?
And remember, when the cake is presented, sing a rousing version of Happy Birthday using your pirate name, like Happy Birthday, dear book about Captain Hook, face. Captain Pirate Zaiden. Oh, face Captain Pirate Zaiden. Then, only then, may you cut the chocolate emoji.
Oh no, a
Emoji's like,
chocolate emoji.
With your boisterously, silly, willy, nilly sword. so cut the chocolate emoji with your boisterously, silly, willy, nilly sword. And there you go. That was actually kind of fun.
Well, there's a chocolate and there's a sword.
Chocolates and swords. I can only imagine what that emoji's feeling right now.
Right? I keep thinking about tattooing the eyelashes.
Oh man. Pirate Chain of Command, Blackbeard interview, Treasure Island, pirate weapons, pirate makeover, looking for buried treasure, history of pirate lads, history of pirate ladies, job opportunity, pirates limericks, more than you need to know about pirates. I think that one's a go-to.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. And we'll probably make this our finale. So if you guys like what you're seeing, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Gauche. Don't forget to check out our link tree so you can be a part of the community. Our donation links are on there too if you'd like to help out and keep us afloat. It would definitely be most wonderful.
Keep us afloat. Aboard.
You get
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
that? Let's kick this one off with an adjective.
Okay, you throw in the adjective.
What you refer to when you say you.
Either one of you. At least in,
The brain
either-
is checked out.
yeah. Like checking any one of you.
Scrum.
Absent-minded. Scrumptiously absent-minded.
The brain's were eaten out of this one. Oh boy. Plural noun.
Tammy, did we lose you?
I know. Oh, we got
Arr,
nine
matey.
concurrent viewers. Come
Right.
on. We
Come
got
on.
9 of you out there. Surely there's at least one that can comment something in the comments to help us out.
Gauching pirates.
Okay.
Gauching pirates. Sure. Oh, look at that. Another plural noun.
Another.
Boots.
What?
Something
Oh,
boots.
Boots.
What did you think I said?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Booty boots.
Another adjective.
Adjective. Stinky, smelly, soggy.
Think of a
Just name the
silly
seven
word.
dwarfs.
The name of the seven dwarfs.
That's what it sounded like I was giving. Yeah.
Grumpy. There you Oompa Loompa. Yeah, there you go. Oompa Loompa Grumps.
Grimy grumps.
That's so silly. I don't even know. It makes no sense.
No.
Plural noun.
Plural noun.
Dancing ladies.
Lollipop Guild.
There you go.
Okay.
They're invading. They're invading. The Yellow Brick
Remember
Road.
the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
What number?
Number.
3.
It's a good magic, like a magician's favorite number. 3 it is.
3 times 3.
There you go.
Tammy said 70.
How about this?
Okay, Tammy, give us a plural noun. 70. There you go.
There you go.
How about
70
that?
treasure
All
chests.
right. We got to use her 70.
Yeah. Adjective. Another adjective. This was what pirate one was this?
More than you need to know about a pirate.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
Skimpy. Skimpy. I was so going somewhere with it, and I totally forgot.
Wimpy? Skimpy Wimpy.
Wimpy? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Verb.
Like diving, diver.
It's an action. So diving would work.
Yeah.
Dancing? And what'd you say?
I said diving.
Dancing, prancing. Very lively.
All in midair. Oh, professional divers do all those fancy twirls.
Olympics, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they have a
suppose that's
Pirates
possible.
Parade up here in Washington. I forget what they call it. It's a big festival, and
Really?
yeah.
Oh, so you have something like we do down here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a big thing. They've got a big club or organization that does it every year. Like throughout the summer and different all different kinds of festivals around Seattle. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean
I have
they
a friend
dress
that
the
actually
part.
lives out there. You all may
Yeah.
know her as Max. She actually comes on sometimes when we do Wednesdays. She actually lives not too far from Seattle. I'm kind of curious to see if
Yeah. She knows.
Yeah, she
more
could
about
probably
that.
tell you more if she's into pirates than she would
Yeah.
know.
she would. She used to live in Tampa,
Yeah.
so that actually kind of piques my interest. We miss Max, man. She's awesome. But we need a noun.
Noun.
Now,
Plane. The plane.
To play.
The plane. The plane.
How about floppy sword? I don't know. I'm just thinking like a cartoon. They pull the sword out and just it just came to my head. The things that go into my head and then come out sounding different is phenomenal. Plural noun.
Plural noun.
What do they call the pirate hats?
Tricorns.
Yes. There you go. Another plural noun. Squawking parrots, or what else could we say about them? Dancing, squawking parrots. Dancing, singing parrots. Because, hey, the parrots could have party too. Obnoxious.
Oh, wait. Pirate. Not pirate. The parrot.
Parrots.
No, hold on.
Oh.
Pirate parrot. Beaks.
It's plural, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I said beaks earlier.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, another one.
Plural noun. We got another one.
I was thinking beaks. Feathers.
How do they enjoy music?
In a drunken slumber.
Drunken, slumbering pirates.
Or sloppies.
Yeah.
Sloppy. What did you say, Gina?
I don't remember.
Man. That's bad. My brain's turning off, man.
Yeah.
Alright, the pirates it is. Alright. Noun.
Noun.
How now, brown cow?
I said planes earlier, like
That's
airplanes.
what that was, man. Okay.
I said airplanes, I think. Yeah.
How now, brown
This is not
cow?
racist. All cows are equal.
Right?
Adjective.
Moody.
There you go.
I love it. That's good. Adverb.
Adverb.
Come on, Tammy, where you at? I thought I saw you out
Yeah,
there
I thought we
earlier.
had her.
Galloping.
Go.
Yeah, galloping. No, well, actually, kind of work because you're describing. Well, you have to describe a verb. So
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm gonna ask
Galloping. No, wait. How would that?
AI what an adverb is. Give me an example.
Pirating
Oh.
adverb and see what it would ask. Tammy says, still think about the video.
We got examples of adverb is quickly, slowly, loudly, softly, happily, sadly, carefully, roughly,
Yeah.
clearly, honestly.
The wise. Yeah.
The lees
Yeah.
or ease, quick, just Lely, something like that.
The wise. That's what.
Silly.
Gal-
What's that?
Silly something.
What'd you say, Gina?
Galloping, like galloping smoothly, soothingly, or something.
So galloping,
Smoothly or soothingly.
galloping smoothly.
I don't know.
Roughly smoothly.
I was I was thinking of like antonym kind of.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like telepathy.
I think I'm thinking like, you know, Black Stallion on the beach again and stuff, and like.
Plural noun.
Tammy says I saw on Pascal and Steph as the video.
I think what she's saying is there's probably a couple other lives going on right now that's kind of drawing a lot of people's attention.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of not wanting to. I'm not in the mood for that stuff, I guess you could say. So a lot of that's heavy this week, and I've just
Yeah, fun
I'm
laughs.
kind of I need a break from that.
Heavy
stuff.
Yeah. Think of something. Oh, here we go. Heavy stuff marshmallows.
There you go. I think reminds me of some kind of movie quote that doesn't quite come to mind. It's kind of foggy right now.
I'm sure it'll
Parts of the body, plural.
bloom. Yeah.
So. Head, fingers, and toes.
Hairs.
Head,
The song,
shoulders,
shoulders,
knees, and toes.
Knees and toes, knees and toes.
Wait a minute. Say it
Hairs, head,
Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Eyes and lips and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Oh, Tammy said hands.
It works.
Yeah, hand.
Yeah. Hooky hand. Wooden hooky hand.
Like a hand.
Yeah. Would you like to be hooked?
A hand.
Hooky hand?
Oh, that was the last one. Okay.
That was the last one. Who knows this?
Arr.
Who knows what this is going to sound like?
Right?
But apparently it's more than you need to know about pirates. Do you have a pirate's voice you would like to try? Gina's like, no, pass.
No.
All right,
ahead,
grand
Captain
finale. Captain Zaiden about to take the helm out to Lord knows where. Here we go. Pirates were known by many different scrumptiously absent-minded names.
That's
pretty accurate.
That's fitting.
Yep.
Oh, fitting.
They were called Buccaneers, Freebooters, Corsairs, and Ghosting Pirates. Hey!
Hey!
We've got recognition. Woo!
Tampa Bay Bucks.
And Ghosting Pirates.
And
Yay, all right.
yeah, that fit. The Gauche Pirates.
Another point. Here we go. We're getting scored.
Hey, and the
high percentage of pirates wore beards and booty boots
not,
to cover the Oompa Loompa grimy grumps scars on their faces.
After they're drunk, of course.
Oh yeah. I can't wait
Let's
till those words.
rum.
Let's play some rummy. I got a matching. I got 3 Captain Morgans. Rummy. The average buccaneer was 5 feet 7, lollipop guild tall. That makes sense too.
Oh yeah.
lollipop, lollipop.
I'm just picturing Wizard of Oz, the little midget
Yeah,
sized
the
people.
Oompa Loompas when they had their lollipops.
Then imagine them as pirates.
That's funny.
And weighed 370 treasure chests. So I suppose that would make it 210.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're doing your math correctly.
There you go, Tammy. That was fitting.
Arr, that one was for you. Most freebooters were without any skimpy wimpy education. How fitting.
Right.
They could not dance and prance while diving or even write their own floppy sword. Floppy sword story, maybe? I don't know.
Write their floppy drive. Save it on the floppy.
Oh my god. Sorry, okay. Back off from the water, on back to the plank coming out of the gutter. Okay, here we go. Although pirates are portrayed in classic novels and motion tricorns as
romantic.
obnoxious parrot beaks. In truth, they were feisty, drunken, sloppy pirates with a short brown cow on a plane. Way to milk it. I had to throw that one in there. Okay. And moody tempers. Oh, that's good.
That fit. Oh, wow, that fit.
Okay. They gallopingly, roughly, smoothly believed that actions speak louder than heavy stuffed marshmallows.
Perfect spot.
Here we go. Armed to the hairs on my head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Oh man. Oh, that's great.
Can't you just picture a bunch of pirates singing that song?
Yeah, right.
Acting it out.
Oh my God, yes. Oh man,
that's good. Well placed.
Well placed. Oh my God. Okay. All right. They would fight at the drop of would you like to be hooked by a hand? The
end. Drop of a hand.
Straight flush of hooks.
Fight with the hooked hands.
Right. They got me hooked.
Like reminds me of Smee running around trying to look after Captain Hook.
Oh, yeah.
Sneaking in bites of this and bites of that.
Wow.
Smee, and then he's like, "What about Smee? What about Smee? What about me?"
In truth, they were feisty, drunken, sloppy pirates with a short brown cow on a plane and moody tempers.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right. They gallopingly, roughly, smoothly believe that actions speak louder than heavy, soft marshmallows. And armed to the hairs on my head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That was wonderful.
Yeah, that segment part. Yeah, that one.
Awesome. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start closing up shop, but let's go ahead and go right to our wonderful panel for today for some closing comments. Let's go ahead and start with Cheryl.
Well, I just want to say, as usual, this is fun with you guys. I wish that more of our regulars were joining us and in the laughs that we always have. And I look forward to playing the Gauche games with you guys and talking and, you know, breaking the monotony of weeks that sometimes, you know, can be rough and, you know, get away from the negativity and,
yeah, amen to that. Yeah,
Man.
you know, sometimes all it takes is like reading the headline and I'm like, I'm done.
No,
That's all I need to know.
Positive, good vibes. Yeah.
That's right.
Right,
That's how we
right.
like to do this. Friday, end the week on a fun,
Yeah.
well, you know, a good topic to talk about, but, you know, have some fun Mad Libs and
Yeah.
have a good laugh.
Absolutely.
We like to have, you know, a good time. So that's what's important. Get a laugh in there, making the rest of your week that, you know, whatever it was, just kind of disappear a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
I do want to give you a little bit of honor here, Cheryl. I'm going to switch gears for a second because you definitely deserve what I'm about to do. And that is...
Excellent! Excellent!
Yes, I caught it, Cheryl. Thank you for the donation in the Cash App. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Appreciate that. That was really great. Honestly, I still get choked up a little bit every time that happens because it really means that, I mean, you give from the heart, right? So that's how I like. It's hard for me to receive sometimes. It's just, thank you. I'll just say that. Thank you. It really is well received.
Well, as always, you guys, you're welcome. And thank you for what you guys do. Really, I mean, you know, especially, you know, laughter. More laughter is needed and in today's world. And, you know, can't we all just get along? And,
Man, right?
you know, 2023, you know, it's kind of started out rough, you know, bad news. And
Right off the bat, and
yeah,
it's like we're coming from a challenge. But the thing I like about this, I like starting out not in first place because it gives us the opportunity to become ahead of the game or take on some challenges so we can actually end this year on a positive note rather than ending it on a bad one. So
sure.
This, I'd say, would be an opportunity for everybody out there to take all this by the horns and just let's turn this into something positive. Yeah, there's been some bad things going on out there in the world, right? So why not take that opportunity and actually flip-flop that on its head and let's make this something good? What do you say?
Absolutely. I totally agree.
I like it.
Absolutely.
I say joy to the world. The Savior is born. Let's like,
Joy
keep
to
going
the
with that.
world,
I
the
mean,
Lord has come.
yeah. like, you know, the holidays pass. And
Man, did we have a long
New
look,
Year's, and then like people just, yeah, like.
Puerto Rico, man, we were celebrating that all the way through
But,
January
yeah.
21st. man.
But I mean, even
But it
past
is-
that,
it's
like,
fantastic.
the, you know, like I know.
This should be 365, man. We should be celebrating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
all
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
It's like
just-
whenever I think it's too short. I love the fall. My daughter and I love the fall. It's the best.
Beautiful.
To me, it's the best time of the year. You know, you've got the
Colors.
fall colors.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Too bad the wind, Mother Nature brings the wind along, and then all of a sudden they're
That's
all
true.
on the ground.
Yeah, so true.
So it just comes and goes so quickly, and you know, it's like we haven't really done Christmas when my brother, and he lives, you know, north of Seattle from us, and we're like south, you know, South King County, and we haven't spent Christmas with them, you know. And I told him, I'm like, you know, I'm in no rush, because it kind of elongates it for us.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it elongates that holiday just a little,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you know, I like spend a lot of time watching the Hallmark stuff that's positive, and
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing, and throw a few of the classics in there that,
How,
you know,
how
you
people
like the happy
so quickly
ending.
forget that
Yeah.
joy, but
Yeah.
you know, it should be 365. So
Agreed.
that's what I end on. Jesus, joy to the world.
And that
Yeah.
is Gina's closing comments. Is that correct? You say, Gina, you want some quotes? That's all I got. Jesus joy. And sometimes that's all you need. Right?
Yeah.
Amen. Well, guys, let's close this thing up. And thank you for coming along. Thank you, Cheryl, for coming in to help us with our Mad Libs
you.
and joining us with the conversation. It was a really good conversation tonight. So I'm really
Yeah.
hoping everybody
I enjoyed
that
it.
wakes up get a chance to see this video and kind of, you know, get a kick out of it. So thank you guys. Thank you for coming on. Thank you guys that did tune in. Really appreciate you guys. You're excellent. Stay excellent to each other.
Excellent!
Nice Bill and Ted reference there.
Excellent!
So stay excellent to each other. It's been fun. Guys, can't wait to do it again. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to go live from the parade. So please stay tuned. We're going to have it for you. I'm praying. The parade itself starts from 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It ends technically at 6, but usually goes a little longer. But we will be there probably a little earlier than 2 to get set up, you know. And then we'll try it going live and see what happens. All right? Right on? Thank you, guys. All right. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you share this. If you want us to grow, it's up to you, because we thank you guys, because you make us grow here at the Gauche. So thank you for tuning in. Until next time, tomorrow, Gauchers, peace out.
Whoa.